Dear students, today we are going to do a lesson from class 12 English book Vistas, and the name of the lesson is Should Wizard Hit Mommy? Written by John Updike. Now the title of the story is in the form of a question, and we will get the answer to this question in the end of the lesson. Now, who is a wizard? A wizard is a magician. And who is mommy? Mommy is the mother in this story. Now the theme of the story is the moral question that the story raises at the end. Are parents right in their thinking regarding their child's welfare? Or another question is, should we interfere with the ways of nature? Now let us see what the story is about. The story is about a child's worldview and the difficult moral question that this child raises during the storytelling session with her father. Now the characters in the story are Jo. She is a 4-year-old child. She is the daughter and her name is Joanne, but she is called as Jo in the story. Jack is the father and Claire is Jack's wife. Now there is a story that the father tells his daughter, and that story has the characters a child skunk, mother skunk, wise old owl and a wizard. Now first of all, let us understand what is a skunk. Skunk is a creature which gives out a very foul smell. And that smell, the nature has given every creature with its defense mechanism. That is, every creature has some or the other way something in him which protects him from the enemies. In the same way, this animal, the skunk, this creature is given a foul smell. It has a very bad smell, and that smell protects the skunk from the enemies. Now, let us see what the lesson is about. Now, in the lesson, there is storytelling session. Every day, Jack, the father, tells his daughter a story in the evenings before she goes to sleep. And on Saturdays, in the afternoons, also he tells her a story for Saturday naps, before Saturday nap. Nap is a short sleep. Now, this has been 2 years that Jack has been telling a story to his daughter every day, and now this daughter is 4-year-old. Earlier she was 2 years old when he started telling her the stories, and now she is 2 years old. That means for 2 years he has been telling her the stories, and every day he would tell her a story out of his head, a story out of his mind, and every day the story that he would tell would be about some roser creature. Sometimes roser fish, sometimes the story would be about roser squirrel. And that day, in the afternoon on Saturday, Jack asked his daughter Jo, today, who should the story be about? Then this daughter, Jo, tells him that today the story should be about roser, because she knows that the name of the creature will begin with roser. So she does roser, I want to hear a story about roser's skunk. Now this story, Jack was thinking of linking with his own childhood experience, with his own childhood humiliation. In his childhood also he had some problem. So he thought of linking this story with that experience and tell his daughter a truth about life. So he started telling her the skunk story. He said, once upon a time in the deep dark forest there was a creature named Roser Skunk, and he had a problem. He gave out a very foul smell. No creatures of the jungle played with him. All would run away when he would be there in the forest. So this creature, skunk, felt very bad. He was sad and disappointed, and he would start crying. So when Jack said he would start crying, there were tears in Jo's eyes also. That means she was also involved in the story, engrossed in the story, and she could experience the pain that the creature skunk had. So now he said that this creature had a problem, so he went to the wise old owl. The wise old owl sent him to the wizard, and he told him that go to that wizard, he would solve your problem. So this child skunk went to the wizard. The wizard was a tiny little old man with a pointed blue hat, and he had long white beard. So when the skunk child went to the wizard, he said that I have a problem due to my foul smell. At this the wizard said, so you do, keep away, you have a very foul smell. He said, by no animals of the creature play with me, no animals of the jungle play with me. So the wizard solved his problem. He went inside. There was a heap of things lying on the ground in the room, and out of that heap of things he took out a magic wand. He took out his magic stick. And with that, he asked him, he said, what kind of a smell do you want to have? What kind of smell do you want? So he said that I want to smell like roses. So the wizard did some magic, and with his magic stick, he solved his problem, and he spoke some words, magic words, abracadabra, something like that, and he changed his smell, and he said bingo, and with that he had the scent of roses. So now the child skunk was very happy. He went home, he went to the jungle, the animals of the jungle, the creatures all played with him. He had a nice dinner in the evening, he was very happy. Now after the wizard changed the foul smell of the skunk into the scent of roses, the skunk child was very happy. He came home, he played with the other children, and he had a nice time, various games he played with them, and now he was very happy. But his mother, the mother skunk, was not happy. Why was she not happy? Because she felt that a skunk should smell like a skunk. If he doesn't smell like a skunk, he doesn't smell foul, then he is not safe, because his foul smell is his protection. So the mother is angry why the smell of her child was changed into the scent of roses, because her child was no more safe. So in the night, when she realized that the foul smell of her child was changed into the scent of roses, she immediately got up, took her child, and she took an umbrella, ran to the wizard. What she did? She ordered the wizard, she hit him on the head with her umbrella, and she ordered him, change back the smell of my child to its original smell. Give him his foul smell back. The wizard did it. Now what happens? She has come back with the child, and the child has now the normal, the original foul smell. The mother is happy. Even this child, he doesn't complain, because he said that the children will not play with him. She said, no, they will accept you slowly. So what happens? With the passage of time, the other children accepted this child with his foul smell. They played with him. So everything was normal. But this ending of the story was not liked by Jo. She was happy that the story had ended when the skunk child had this scent of roses. She thought that the story was over. But when the father said it was not over, she did not like, because she thought that the story, every story that she heard every day, every Rosa story had a happy ending, and today this ending she did not like. So she told her father that tomorrow when you tell the story, tell this story again, but you will say that the wizard hit mommy, because the wizard was right in changing the child skunk's foul smell into smell of roses, because the child was happy. So she said the mommy was wrong. Now the father, Jack, is trying to tell her that the mother was right, because in his own childhood also, when he had a problem like that, his mother was right. She only had made him realize that nature's ways should be accepted, and with the passage of time even the people in your surroundings accept you. But this girl is not ready to accept this truth. So she is not convinced. Jack is very sad. He feels caught in a very difficult, in a ugly middle position, and he comes down. His wife was doing the painting on the furniture, paint work on furniture. He was supposed to help her. He had already got late in coming to help her. So when he came down, he saw that she was doing the paint on furniture, and she even told him that that day it was a very long story. And then now Jack is not in good mood. He is sad. He is not able to convince his daughter. So he felt as if he was caught in a cage with his wife. Why in a cage with his wife? In a difficult situation of his mind, he is not able to convince his daughter. Here he is feeling very dissatisfied. So that is why he felt caught in that cage. That is how he should convince his daughter, how he should tell his daughter that the mother was right. But the daughter is not ready to accept. So this makes Jack feel sad. And he doesn't want to talk to his wife, he doesn't want to speak to her. So he is actually not in a good state of mind because his daughter has not been able to understand what he wants to convey her. So now the title of the story, Should Wizard Hit Mommy? That means, was the wizard right? Should he hit mommy because Joe wants him to hit mommy? Is the mother right? Or is the child right? Now the question is, are parents right in their thinking regarding their children? They always think for the welfare of their children. So Jack wants to convey that the parents are right, that the mother was right because she knows the world, she has experienced the world, she knows what is good and what is bad for her child. And the second question is, should we interfere with the ways of nature? Every creature has been provided with a defense mechanism by nature, and we should not interfere with the ways of nature. It is clear from this story. If the foul smell of the skunk is changed into the scent of roses, he is no more safe. This is his protection. Foul smell is his protection. So we should not interfere with the ways of nature.